I tried to talk to him about it very calmly, very maturely, but I was never getting the responses back. It was just very cold and distant, you know.
Darcey and Stacey, Season 4, Episode 1. They're back again. I'm not too sure why they're back again, to be honest with you. I mean, Season 3 was just shambolic. But either way, though, we're still here in the same situation that we met Darcey in. And that is the situation of being unable to keep a man around for whatever reasons that she believes is happening. But the crazy part about all the reasons behind why she can't keep a man, she never seems to use herself as a part of that reason. She never seems to hold herself accountable for being a part of that reason. Now, of course, her choices in men had definitely not been great. And arguably, I could even say the same thing for Stacey too. But hey, we'll get into that one throughout the video. But when it comes to Darcey right here, talking about how she tried to speak to what was his name again? How is my man's name just gone over my head? I literally just heard it like 2 seconds ago as well. Georgie, that's the one, yes. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, her and Georgie was never a match anyway in the first place. And Georgie's a man that definitely has a lot of flaws. And, you know, with Darcey having a lot of flaws too, it makes sense that they were unable to actually communicate. But hey, let's carry on and see exactly what else goes down, obviously, in the first episode of the return of Darcey and Stacey.
I don't want to rush anything. You know, I want to heal completely before, you know, I open myself up to another person.
That is a 100% the wisest thing that Darcey has ever said, at least that I've ever heard her say, about wanting to heal herself first before moving on to the next person. But here's the thing though, I'm pretty sure healing herself is something that has been a part of the agenda for a long time. But then she probably always fails to heal herself because she always seems to then come across a guy and then boom, she's already diving into the deep end, hoping for all the Cinderella outcomes. But in reality, she's still the Cinderella before the shoe even exists. And so, that story. I like Cinderella too. But anyway, hopefully she is really going through that healing phase. You know what I mean? Never too late.
Darcey keeps dating these men who she needs to support, and I would love to see her with somebody who's going to lift her up and be her partner instead of her baby.
But here's the thing though, Darcey, in my opinion, goes for men that are babies because she wants a man that she can control, a man that she can dictate. She's not a submissive person. I think, to be honest, deep down that she is. She wants a man to come in and tell her when to behave and to tell her this and that, but I feel like she goes for men who don't actually have that ability of doing it in a way where it's going to translate to her. Because I feel like everybody wants to be with someone that's going to hold them down. Everybody wants to be with someone that's going to tell them when they're wrong. But it has to be done in the correct manner. And for me personally, I just don't believe that the correct manner is something that is happening in Darcey's life. You know what I mean? And I just feel like, you know, she goes for men who probably need more of her to be the mother rather than more of them to be the alpha. You know, because if she continues dating young men, I mean, Tom wasn't necessary, right? Tom, to be fair, was probably the best guy that I've seen her date so far. But when we got to Georgie, this is a guy that pretty much still has parts of him that needs to mature for him to be able to handle a woman like Darcey based on her personality, based on her demands. Because it's not a matter of her dumbing down her personality or, you know what I mean, or her lessening her demands. I don't think her demands or what she wants is necessarily the problem. The problem is going for the person who can manage those demands in a way where that person can help her even mature those demands. You see what I'm saying? And that is it, because sometimes you talk about someone's standard, how someone's standard can be too much. I don't think a standard can be too much. I think it's a matter of meeting someone that can match those standards, but also allow you to humble yourselves based on those standards. And Georgie just wasn't the person who was going to be able to humble her on her standards as well as also keeping up with the standards. You see what I'm saying? Because I feel like standards are a good way to elevate yourself, and they're a good way to elevate someone as well. But if you're with someone who can't elevate those standards and help you elevate yourself, then it's peak. Anyway, we continue.
I feel like she has a tendency to pick men that are toxic for her. I just want her to find her true love like how me and Florian have.
First and foremost, when you're looking at Darcey, she's like, bruh, yeah, about that. I'm not too sure if I want that. But at the same time, her reaction could be out of jealousy. You don't know if it's out of jealousy or it's out of the fact you're like, she's just like, yeah, I definitely don't want you what you and Florian have, to be honest with you. I mean, if it's me personally, I wouldn't want what Stacey and Florence has. I mean, their relationship doesn't really make sense to me personally. I mean, the guy doesn't bring anything to the table. I believe that she's pretty much been funding their relationship for, I guess, 8 years they've been together. And to be honest with you, Florence doesn't seem to really do anything to really keep Stacey on her toes or to keep Stacey happy. I just think that Stacey, in my opinion, is just complacent. I think that she's got a guy that who just wants to be there. But who am I to say that, man? I'm not in their relationship 24/7. I don't know the ins and outs, you know what I mean? I just don't know if their relationship is really secure like that, if you do what I'm saying. But either way, though, when it comes to Darcey, I can't say if Darcey is jealous of the fact that, you know, Stacey has someone who's obviously with her long term, or if she's just like, I just don't want what you have because what you have just a bit, But hey, you guys let me know what you think about that one yourself in particular, to be fair of you. And also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also like the video. But with that being said, though, let's carry on.
Move forward and plan our own wedding and do our vow renewal at the end of the summer.
Dun dun dun! Because of course, Darcey wanted a twin wedding, but obviously, you know, Stacey's like, listen, man, I gotta do what I gotta do. I can't keep waiting around for you. You know what I mean? Like, come on now.
Is back from Connecticut. I want to talk about our dream wedding, but for some reason, whenever I bring it up, he kind of avoids the topic.
I mean, listen, I don't know why these things aren't red flags to people. You know what I mean? Like, if you're trying to bring up something that you know matters to you, and you know that person knows that it matters to you too, but they're always trying to avoid it, that is a red flag. And I can say 100% right now, if someone's trying to bring up a topic to me, and I'm avoiding it, or I'm diverting from it, or I'm giving an answer that is not an answer, it means I just don't want to know. It means I'm not invested in it. You know what I mean? It means that definitely, obviously, I'm not invested in it. 2, I'm just not ready for it. 3, I may never be ready for it. 4, I know that I'll never be ready for it. You know what I mean? So I'm just avoiding it because I'm just trying to literally buy time for whatever purpose it is. You see what I'm saying? And that is how most people function when they are avoiding something. But then you have the other ones that could be slightly more positive, where it's like, well, maybe he's avoiding it because he's got a surprise of his own. Doesn't want to lead that, but let's not even go down that route because we know he hasn't got that. We know he hasn't got that. You know what I mean? And it's just madness, you know, absolute madness.
I never said I was. I just don't like, you know, you making me feel less than, like, you know, less than. Yep, not a third wheel, not your little baby.
I mean, honestly, Stacey's obviously going through it. Sorry, Darcey's going through it. A whole lot, really going through it, you know, seeing her sister being with someone. And it's definitely making her a whole lot bitter, you know what I mean? And there's no need for it.
Okay, so relax. Excuse me? We don't treat you like a baby. Florrie and I loving around you, but when you're acting like this. Florrie and Stacey. Florence Stacey. I mean, listen, Darcey needs to learn to grow up, man. At the end of the day, Stacey's just trying to be helpful, you know what I mean? Offer to help her unpack, offer to help her do her makeup, you know what I mean? Just helping her, just offering her help, you know what I'm saying? And she's just throwing it back in Stacey's face. It's just so sad, but it is what it is. I mean, I guess it was expected after Stacey told Darcey that we're not gonna have a wedding without, well, we're gonna renew our vows, you know, without having that dream wedding, twin wedding, shall I say? Me feels really good because I wasn't getting those sort of feelings when I was with Georgie. He didn't compliment me a lot. He didn't show me a lot of affection. I just always felt like the type of guys that I went for were guys that were just interested in what I had in my bank account.
I mean, listen, you're the one that's been attracting those type of guys. But hey, we got Mike in the building. Mike's the new guy, as you can see on your screens, you know what I mean? Obviously, he's the guy that's introduced right now at the beginning of the season. Whether or not he's going to be here throughout the season, I don't know. But I guess we'll find out, obviously, as the season goes by. But either way, though, ladies and gentlemen, this is pretty much what went down on the first episode of Darcey and Stacey. Well, these were the key points, anyway, that I found happened on the first episode of The Return of Darcey and Stacey. I hope season 4 is going to be better than season 3. Season 3 was just a bore fest. I did actually see season 2 or 1. Can't say that. But hey, I hope this season is going to be better anyway. But of course, with that being said, I really hope that Darcey can finally find a man that's going to want her. But based on current social media updates, I don't see her with a man right now. If you know something else that I don't know, let me know in the comment section. But hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. We're done, we're out.